What's up everyone, this is Jacob Taliani coming at you live with hair that hasn't quite been cut since quarantine, and this is your real estate market update. Let's get into it. So I couldn't take myself seriously with really messy hair. But as for the market goes, there really hasn't been a whole lot of changes. There has been a dip in the commercial market, which we saw coming based off of last week's news where malls were proposed to be in danger. But the residential market has been kind of dry. Now there is an interesting tidbit that I'll go over a little bit more near the end of the video, but it's that agents say that they're selling homes faster. And when I say agents, I'm saying real estate agents. The article that I really want to talk about was actually from Zillow, believe it or not. And you're like, wait, aren't you an agent? Like, you hate Zillow. And I mean, yes, I'm an agent, but no, I don't hate Zillow. Zillow's a great company. They're really good at accumulating tons of data about the market. That's really what set them ahead. They're great at the macro outlook is the way I like to think about it. Whereas agents are great at the micro outlook, as in they really know the local neighborhoods, they know your home, whereas Zillow just has data, the last available data on your home, which honestly isn't up to date very much. We're not at that level. So just keep that in mind, little side note. Now this article seeks to predict two things: how home prices are going to change and how sales volume are going to change. And these 2 points are illustrated in these two graphs, giving the baseline of November 2019, showing the lead up to the coronavirus outbreak, and then going forward what they're optimistic, they're most likely, and their pessimistic views are, all the way out into November 2021. So this covers a large chunk of space. Now Zillow predicts that the prices will drop 2 to 3% by the end of 2020, which honestly really isn't that bad in comparison to what's happened in, say, 2008, which was an absolute disaster. As far as housing sales go, they predict that there's going to be a 50% decline, which, before you freak out, really isn't that bad because it's going to bottom out in Q2 before it starts rising again by the end of Q2, which is an interesting tidbit because remember, this isn't a home price, this is how many homes are selling. So basically, it'll just spike back up when everyone can see houses again. Oh, and with that, sales volume, which is just the sheer amount of houses being sold at a time, will be up about 97% of its former glory by 2021. And what they do point out, which I'm going to point out, is it's not an if the market recovers, it's more of a when the market recovers. Because even the pessimistic version of this shows the market fully recovering. It's just a matter of how long that's going to be. I am not going to spend the entire time breaking down this article because it is big and we would be here for a minute. But if you want to read it yourself, go ahead, it's in the link in the description. But the point that you should pull away from this is that the market is going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. And it's not like the crap, I'm going to die scenario. It's more just like the let's wait this out and wait for everything to get back going again, because it will speed back up again. That's just in the data. Oh yeah, before I forget, so as far as this comment by this agent goes, it's an interesting point actually on the market, because you think about it and you're like, should I actually buy right now? Because that seems awfully competitive. And before all this, the market was already competitive for buyers. But now with less sellers on the market, it's actually even more competitive. If you're a seller looking at this, you're just like cash money, you probably aren't too far off. I would talk with your local agent to see what the market's like there. But generally, it seems like this is kind of what's happening. So keep that in mind as you're going shopping. Well, that's all I've got for you guys as far as residential news goes. I do have two important pieces of personal news actually. So as you can see those boxes back there, I moved back to Arizona. I was living in Utah before practicing, and now I'm gonna get my license here and just get going. So if you live in AZ, hit me up sometime. I'd love to hang out. Now the second piece of news is I started a monthly email covering real estate topics, good news, and some other personal news. Just every month, just a really chill email, and I know you'll enjoy it, so sign up for it in the link down below. And with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys later. Peace.